Excuse me, I just knew I was supposed to now show it to John Roberts at the White House. Sorry, John.
I'm supposed to ask him a question.
The latest.
Well, you want me to ask John the first question? Good, because I do want to ask John the first question. John, this is the same guy who, this Nunes, who says that there was no evidence that Donald Trump was wiretapped by Barack Obama. Nothing but nothing in this report, or what he said today, which he shouldn't be saying anyway, has anything to do with Barack Obama and tapping his phone, correct?
Is that a question?
Yeah, that's correct, Bob. What it has to do with is simply incidental collection of people who were associated with the Trump campaign who might have either been talking to a foreign national or been brought up in a conversation between two people who were being surveilled. According to Devin Nunes, there was nothing improper about this collection. What he is worried about though, is this specific aspect of people being unmasked, their identity being put into an intelligence document, an intelligence product. The FISA regulations say strictly that the intelligence community must take pains to obscure and protect the identity of any American who was caught up in this incidental collection. And Nunes is at pains to know whether that happened the way it was supposed to happen or not, Bob.
Fast follow-up, John. With Nunes, don't you think it's a little unusual for the chairman not to talk to his committee before he hightails it down to the White House and says these things to the White House and then comes out and sort of murkies the water for Trump? As far as I can tell.
Well, certainly the ranking Democrat on the Intelligence Committee, Adam Schiff, believes that. In fact, you saw the press conference you carried it just a little while ago where he thinks that this has jeopardized the integrity of the entire investigation into what Russia was trying to do during the election campaign and whether or not there was any kind of connection between what the Russians were doing in the Trump campaign. So he's on board with you on that, Bob, no question.
Go ahead.
So, John, let's just explain for the audience so we understand the relevance of the FISA court. The reason why the FISA court is relevant is because you need a FISA warrant if you're going to surveil an American. You don't need a FISA warrant if you're going to surveil a foreigner that you think is creating some sort of terror operation going on here. But if you're going to surveil the American, you got to go to the court for that warrant. The Intel Department told us that hadn't happened. Now we know it has happened. And you point out something important. It also wasn't regarding the Russians. So there's more going on than we've been led to believe all week in front of testimony in front of Congress.
Well, you know, we haven't had it confirmed by through any official channels yet, but you know, we're led to believe through the reporting and leaks that Michael Flynn had been talking on several occasions with the Russian ambassador to the United States, Sergei Kislyak. That was part of that routine intelligence gathering, where if you're talking to a foreign national, we listen in on these people all the time because we want to know what they're doing. So it seems like this might be at least part of that. But when I asked Chairman Nunes about it directly, Eric, he said that this goes beyond just Michael Flynn. And because all of this is classified, I'm not sure that we will ever find out exactly to what extent people were being surveilled and who was being surveilled. What's also interesting about this, too, I should point out, Eric, is the fact that, according to Chairman Nunes, this didn't come from the agencies. It wasn't informed by the DOJ or the FBI or the NSA. It was an individual or individuals who came forward to him to tell him about this. And that part also has the Democrat very, very upset as well.
Okay, so John, to follow up on what you just mentioned, so the information that Representative Nunes was getting, is that perhaps coming from a whistleblower? Somebody provided that information to him, and that's why the other Republicans, et cetera, were not privy to it?
If not a whistleblower specifically, at least somebody who thought that he would want to have this information. But it is interesting, and the reason I was turned around, I was talking to Mara Eliason from NPR, who, of course, is a frequent visitor here in the Fox News channel about all of this. And, I mean, connect some of the dots here. The president said last week, hey, we expect that we're going to hear something next week about this. Earlier in the week, I was told by a White House official when I said, what are you doing to try to get this off the books so it can, you can get out of the hole that's been dug here? And they said, well, we're working on that. And then 2 days later, out comes Devin Nunes with information that was apparently given to him privately by an individual or individuals. So there are some dots here that you can connect in different ways. But, do I want to say there was coordination? No. But it is interesting and curious, all the timing of this.
Probably was Breitbart.
I thank you.
Go ahead.
Regarding this breaking Nunes, I haven't seen this much improper unmasking since Eyes Wide Shut. Ladies and gentlemen, an obscure joke. Where do you see this going? I have no question because I don't know what's going on. I don't believe anybody. I don't trust anybody. What is going to happen tomorrow, John?
Oh, my God, worse than Bob.
What is going to happen tomorrow with the health care bill?
Yeah, no. I'm talking about where's this story going?
Oh, okay. Where's this story going? Because there's that other big one, the health care bill, and
Yeah,
that'll be tomorrow.
that's next block, John.
No, breaking news.
We might not hear anything more about this until Friday. That's when Chairman Nunes said that he expected to hear more about it. He said the NSA was cooperating with him. But where I think this thing is going in the overall, I mean, just when I look at where we began here and I think it's going nowhere. I think eventually it will just be one of those things that's just kind of in geostationary orbit around the Earth. It'll be up there, but nobody will remember it's up there.
That's what I thought.
All right, John, I'll ask you about tomorrow night's health care bill, just because I'm curious, because President